Welcome back, everybody. I'm back with your updates on the EIDL, the grants, and the loans. We're going to dive into what you can do if you are still stuck in the backlog and what you can do if you're still stuck in the reconsideration process. We're also going to touch in on those $2 million loan cap and what's going on with the grants out there. So share this video with everybody you know inside the EIDL program, whether you're in the grant program or the loan program. We got a lot of great things to cover. So let's get you guys all caught up. Welcome back, everybody. I'm back with that lineup on the EIDL grants and the loans. We're going to talk about what to do when you guys are stuck either in the backlog or stuck in the reconsideration process. I have a solution here for you. We're also going to touch in on those $2 million loan caps and talk about what's going on with the grants and the infrastructure bill. By the way, if you're joining me for the first time today, my name is Edward Bilder. I'm a financial educator and I teach you the secrets of passive income and passive revenue streams. That means you fall asleep at night and you wake up the next day and you find piles of money sitting in your bank account. You can check out one of my secrets on how I make this all possible by checking out my crash course found right now in the description. It is still on a mega sale. I will most likely end that sale today at midnight because I want to help everybody celebrate the $2 million loan cap. And yes, I'm still out traveling. I'm on the road. I'm actually sitting waiting for another realtor to show up. But this place has a beautiful backyard, so I figured why not prop up out here and just record this video for you guys. I guess there might be a shortage on realtors in this area, or they just have an abundance of opportunities to sell right now, but it seems to be a common trend that they are all late and very, very busy. So we'll just wait until he shows up. Okay, everybody, I want to first start out with the comments, all right? Because just overnight, just from my post from last night, a few hundred of you messaged me on the channel and on my Instagram telling me that yes, you are still waiting since April, May, June, and July for a loan officer to reach out to you. This means you haven't even been contacted from anybody from the SBA yet, and you are still waiting on that processing to happen. Now, this is a little bit alarming because the SBA is announcing that they have cleared the backlog. They're telling reporters that they have cleared the backlog and that this process is pretty much ended. However, when checking in with my insiders are telling me that they still see an additional 300,000 tasks. Now those numbers are miles apart, 0 to 300,000 tasks. I'm not seeing that they are actually officially clearing this backlog, and none of you who are tuning into the channel believe that they have actually cleared this backlog, because obviously you are still messaging me on the channel here and on my Instagram to let us know that there is something wrong here with this process. There's a plane flying overhead. How beautiful. Now, I also want to touch on the other half of the comments that came into the channel, and this is everybody stuck in the reconsideration process, okay? You have been waiting now several months through recon to be processed. So we really need to touch in on how you can get yourself unstuck from the reconsideration process and get yourself unstuck from the review process if you have not been contacted by a loan officer at all. Now, the Q&As that have been released by the SBA, the most recent ones, tell you that if you need assistance getting through the reconsideration process, you can, of course, go down to an SBA office and they will help get this processed for you much faster. It's like you sit with a person, give them all the things that they need, and they help work this through. Now, so many of you messaged me on the channel here that the majority of all of the SBA offices that you're out there finding are currently closed. But Jason actually had some good advice, and that was to go out and look up your local office, get the phone numbers, because they are all working from home right now, and you could actually still reach a human on the phone by calling your local office, telling them that you're inside of their district, and essentially they will help you get the process done over the phone. It's probably one of your best chances if you are out right now finding that your local office, SBA office, is closed, all right? So now, whether you're stuck in the queue with the review process or you're stuck in the queue with the reconsideration process, I need you to ask yourself a series of questions, okay? Because I talked to one of my new partners just yesterday, and we kind of got on the subject of EIDL, and he had asked a very specific question that he is not clear what is missing in this process. When he calls the SBA, they say everything's been submitted. And so I just went over just a general list and said, have you submitted this? And he said, no, I have not submitted those 2 items, all right? And I urged him to ask the same question that I'm going to ask you all right now. Have you submitted your front and back copies of your driver's license, your 4506T, this is for 18s and 19s, Form 2202, a voided check, a board resolution if you are an entity, a good standing letter from your state if you are an entity, and hazard insurance, the copy of your hazard insurance. And if you need hazard insurance, there are several advertisements on the beginning of all these idle videos that you could check out next, and you could check out Berkshire Hathaway, I think it's called Buy Berk, to get the hazard insurance for approximately about $600 a year, which should cover you up to about $2 million. I'm not sponsored by any of them, but they are certainly tacking themselves onto these channels so that they can sell you insurance for the EIDL purpose. If you have not submitted any of those items, okay, or you're still, maybe you have one submitted or two submitted or not all of them submitted, I would tell you to create a brand new email and send it to the SBA. Include all of those items that I just listed. Send it to the reconsideration team, send it to COVID EIDL increase requests at SBA.gov, and send it to the disaster customer service email. Send it to all three of them, everything copied on there in PDF format, and ask them to upload it to your file, okay? Call them back in about 3 to 5 days through the disaster customer service and ask the person if they could check your portal to see if all that information has been uploaded. The majority of you who have done this process have found yourself expedited in getting yourself the loan increase request because all the information is there. Nobody is even calling you at this point. They're skipping the phone call. They found all the information is there, and they are simply approving your loan increase or the reconsideration process. That is missing one of those key items, okay? Watch for the email response. The email response will basically say that the information has been uploaded into your portal, and then call disaster customer service 2 or 3 days later and just say, hey, can you please check inside my portal to see if this information has been uploaded, yes or no. All right, guys, let's move on to the $2 million updates. Now, we are still waiting for the rules to be updated by the SBA. This change will not happen automatically behind the scenes like many of us thought, where we originally believed that the insiders at the SBA would just get the disseminated information and hit that resize button to send it up to $2 million. Right now, the insiders are telling us they have not been given the green light to go ahead and approve anything greater than $500,000. Now, maybe the SBA is waiting for some type of deadline. Maybe they're waiting for September 1st. Maybe they are just working on updating the rules, but this has been pretty publicized through Ben Cardin speaking of it in the Senate, and of course through the webinar with the SBA. So now more than ever, it is key to stay tuned into the channel, become a subscriber, turn on the notification bell, because I will be tracking this, and as soon as I see the update come out for that $2 million loan increase caps, I will make sure that you are all been made aware of this. Now, many of you who have tuned in over the last several months have already received your loan modification request. You've already been funded, and you haven't been checking in with the channel. So if you happen to know somebody and you're watching right now who may possibly be eligible for greater than $500,000, just give them a little nudge, have them tune into the channel so they can get their update, so they know that they are possibly eligible for greater than $500,000. It would be unfortunate for a small business out there to qualify for greater than $500,000, but just not simply have the information or the knowledge that it is finally opened up. So please do your part and share this with your friends so that they can also be updated on all of this information. And if you want to continue to support the channel, you could rush up to the description right now and check out my crash course on Airbnb, where you can get into the real estate game with a $50 bill in your hand, cash flow in 3 business days through Airbnb. You don't necessarily have to own the real estate to do this, and you could earn yourself an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. And when you want to repeat and scale that process up, you just keep repeating it over and over and over again, growing bigger and bigger. Before you know it, you'll be out buying real estate just like you see here. Rush up to the description and find that crash course on sale right now. I will most likely end it today. I know I've been pushing the sale out. I'm waiting and waiting for that $2 million loan increase caps to finally come out. I want to celebrate with everybody. So rush up to the description. It is on sale today, and I will probably be ending that tonight at midnight. If you would all like to learn how to partner with me in my current B&Bs, you could find me on Instagram. I hold Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Find me on Instagram to get part of that list, and I'll send you the links for the Zoom calls. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.